Jai Hind children. Today I am going to continue with the same topic, that is respiration. In last video I shared with you that the types of respiration in absence of oxygen and in lack of oxygen, then in presence of oxygen. And as you are aware that what is the purpose of respiration? Respiration is useful to break down the glucose, that is C6H12O6, and this process takes place in cytoplasm part of the cell. Then 6 carbon molecules of the glucose, it get break down into 6 carbon molecules of glucose break down into 3 carbon molecules. When glucose get break down into 3 carbon molecules, it is called as pyruvate, and during this process a large amount of energy releases. We call it as it is an exothermic reaction. Then there are 3 pathways, that is in absence of oxygen, that this process observed in yeast. So its product is ethanol and carbon dioxide and energy. Here also 3 carbon molecules will get convert into 3 molecules of carbon. Getting me? Then lack of oxygen, that is which takes place in muscles, so that will form into lactic acid and energy. Here also 3 carbon molecules would be formed. Then in presence of oxygen, that is aerobic respiration. Here it is anaerobic respiration. Here this one is aerobic respiration. So which takes place in this process occurs in mitochondria, where the byproducts are carbon dioxide, water and energy. This we have seen already in our last video. Then how do the just short brief about the respiration in plants. So there is actually large intercellular space between the there is a large intercellular space between the cells of the stomata. Where generally stomata are responsible for, you have seen in previous video, in my first video, that stomata, this type of diagram is there, and so stomata used to have large intercellular space between them, and they ensures that the cells are in contact with the air, means exchange of gases, that is to take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. But this process observed in the night time, respiration process observed by the plants in night time. They take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Hence it is always said that we should not sleep under the tree during night time, but it is always suggested to sleep under the tree during noon time or afternoon time. Why? Because during this afternoon time, plants observe photosynthesis process, where carbon dioxide which is produced during respiration, that carbon dioxide is used by the plant by the process of photosynthesis, and oxygen is released. Hence this oxygen is very useful for us. So it is suggested to sleep under the tree during daytime, but it is always said dangerous. It is dangerous to sleep under the tree during night time. Why? Because plants, they observe the process of respiration. Now here comes as how do the exchange of gases takes place. Exchange of gases in what sense? Exchange of gases in during photosynthesis to take in carbon dioxide and to give oxygen, and during respiration to take in oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide. So this exchange of gases, this process observed by the plants through the stomata part, and another thing, how do this exchange of what is this process of exchange of gases known as, that is called as diffusion. Diffusion is the process during that is carbon dioxide is given out and oxygen is taken in, and carbon dioxide is given out. The word used here is exchange of gases. Then on what this diffusion process depends? in plants. So the factors which affect mostly to the diffusion process, that is diffusion of what, as I told, oxygen to take in and give out carbon dioxide during respiration, and to take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen during photosynthesis. So this process of this exchange of gases which is observed by diffusion, it depends upon two factors. That is, the first one is environmental condition. Here I have written, it is environmental condition and the requirement of plant. How the more big the plant is, bigger the plant is, more would be the requirement of plant for gases. So it is how much the need of the plant is for the gases, like to take in oxygen and to take in carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. So this diffusion rate of diffusion would be depend upon two factors, the environmental condition first, and second is the requirement of plant for these gases. Then next comes as a, how do the aquatic plant respire? Here is the picture of the fish. As these are the different parts of the fish. The dorsal fin, the main part which we are going to discuss is the mouth and the gill flap, or we call it as operculum also, operculum, operculum. So these two may plays the major role in the process of respiration in case of aquatic plant, and particularly for fish I am speaking. So fish, it takes mouth, it engulf the water, engulf means पानी को निगल लेना, एक घूंट में, बड़ी घूंट में पानी को निगलना. So it engulfs a huge volume of water, and that water is then transferred to the gills, from where the oxygen, dissolved oxygen of oxygen part of the water is taken in, and it is dissolved into the blood, and thus it circulated to all the parts of the body. Getting me? Here I have given very clearly. Animals who lives in water use dissolved oxygen of water. As we know, how do the aquatic plants or the aquatic animals they respire? They uses dissolved oxygen. The water which is a part which has, as you are aware, water means what? H2O. So dissolved part of the oxygen that is used by the plant. So then what is there? Fish open and close the mouth, and in the very same way the gill slit also open and close the mouth, closes its cover. See, I repeat, the fish open and close the mouth, and gill also open and close the opening. Getting me? The opening and closing of mouth and gill slits are coordinated. Coordinated means when the mouth of the fish will open, at the very same time gill will also open. When the mouth will open, gill will also open. Why? The mouth when it engulfs the water, immediately it reaches to the gill, and from gills the dissolved oxygen is taken in, and it is transferred to all the parts of the body. It is dissolved into blood. So the water, and as I told already, the water engulfed from the mouth, pushed into the gills, and oxygen is absorbed by the gill part. Getting me? And then from there it is transferred to the blood, and from through blood it is transferred to all the parts of the body. Then there is one question in activity 6.7. How many times fish open and close the mouth, and how many times the gills open and close? So, and what is the rate of opening and closing of our what is the rate of our breathing, human beings breathing rate in 1 minute? So the fish open and closes its mouth and gills in 1 minute at 50 to 150 times. I repeat, fishes, they open and close the mouth and gills in 1 minute at the rate of 50 to 150 times. whereas we human being take breathing in 1 minute as 20 to 25 times. Okay, so here I complete my topic. Again I am going to continue my next video. Jai Hind. So in previous video I have concluded about like the coordination between mouth, opening and closing of mouth and opening and closing of gill is coordinated. Is same. When the mouth will open, gill slit will also open. When the mouth will open, gill will also open, because the water which is entered through the mouth, it reaches to the gill, and from there the dissolved oxygen is absorbed into the blood, and then it is transported to all the parts of the body. Getting me? So here you will find, as I have told, the rate of respiration in 1 minute, the opening and closing of mouth and gill in fish is in 1 minute is 550 to 150, whereas in same 1 minute human being, they take the breathing in 1 minute as 20 to 25 times. I have told already. So here what we concluded, that is rate of respiration. Rate of respiration in aquatic organism is much faster than the rate of respiration in terrestrial organism or terrestrial animals. Means we belong to the terrestrial organism organisms group. So we, as I have told, for fish it is 50 to 150 that rate in 1 minute. But whereas in same 1 minute, the human being, they take oxygen as the breathing rate is from 20 to 25. So who is faster? Of course it is the aquatic animal. So why they used to take that much fast and breathing? Why do they respire that much fast? Because the dissolved oxygen in water, the oxygen which is dissolved in oxygen is fairly low. Fairly low means बहुत कम रहता है उसका प्रमाण. As I have told, H2O, that ratio. So oxygen dissolved in water is less as compared to the oxygen which is available in atmosphere. Hence they have to manage, these animals, they have to manage with a less amount of oxygen. Hence their need for oxygen is more. And fishes, as I told, fishes, when they take water from mouth and they force the water to the gills, and where the oxygen is dissolved in the blood from the gills. So as a respiratory organ, from here what we understood, the respiratory organ in case of fish is gills. Okay. Now here comes as a, this is actually the back knowledge, we can say as a pre-knowledge of the big topic which I am going to share in my next video, that is respiration in human being. So before that, what is that? These are, so terrestrial animal, this category we people belong. Terrestrial animal take oxygen from the atmosphere, that is terrestrial animal, you can call them as a land animal also. Animals have evolved, terrestrial animals, every animal, they have not only terrestrial animal, all animals, they evolved different organs for uptake of oxygen from the environment and give out carbon dioxide. Different organisms use different organs. All these organs have structure that increases the surface area which is in contact with the air. Which type of air? Here the air which is rich in oxygen. So here naturally we have sufficient area for respiration, whereas this animal, they have selected habitat, they have the restricted domain for respiration, that is their pond or their the beach or the pit in which they are there. And another thing, the exchange of gases takes place through the surface, which that this surface is very fine and delicate, and its example is our we will see in respiration part, human being part, they are alveoli. These are thinly sac type structure. They have very thin that layer of which make it as a like a delicate portion, and because of which, and these are highly supplied with this blood capillaries, because of which the exchange of gas can, because of which the absorption of oxygen from the air can be possible. These are fine and delicate, they are delicate, बहुत नाजुक होते हैं, hence what is they are placed within the body, इनको शरीर के अंदर प्रोटेक्ट करके रखा जाता है, so that they should not get damaged in when they come in the hard situation, harsh surface area. So they have a passage to take air to this area. Now what is the meaning of this? The air passes, air reaches to these delicate organs, and from there the oxygen part from the air, oxygen part is taken and it is dissolved in the blood. Then there is a particular mechanism. What is the meaning of this line? As in case of our human being, we adopt, I have shown you people for the fishes, how fishes they take oxygen, which mechanism they apply for the respiration. Then in next video I will share how the respiration process, what is the mechanism applied by human being for the process of respiration. So here what is the brief of this? One question which you have to write, that is differentiate between or differentiate between the process of respiration in aquatic animals and terrestrial animals. I repeat, differentiate between the process of respiration in aquatic animals and terrestrial animals. Okay. Then one more question, that is critical thinking question. Why the rate of respiration is faster in aquatic animals as compared to the terrestrial animals. It is a critical thinking question, should be done. Getting me? And homework is to learn page number 190, 103. You have to learn the content from page number 103. Jai Guru.